Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, let us see about RDS pricing. So in order to use this RDS service, you must need to have some knowledge on pricing as well, right? Yes. So whenever you are using RDS, then you have some compute service you are using and some storage services also you are using, right? Yes. So let's see how we gonna charge it for what are the types we gonna charge it in this RDS. So let's see under compute service. Actually, why this compute cost will cost you? Because you are using any one of the instance type, right? Yes. So where these instance types are present on your instances only, right? On your RDS DB instances only. So based on the type of instance that we purchase, based on that we will be charged for that instance. So if we purchase a related server based on our instance, then we combinedly charged for wholly server, right? Yes. So this AWS also charge you for whole server, not for individual instance type. So it also even charge for individual instance type based on your preference. But let's analyze from this point of view, that is, if we purchased the whole instance, that is whole server, then how the purchase options will be? For that, the purchase options are, we have on demand, instance types, and we have reserved instance types, and we also have serverless instance types, and we also have BYOL. What is this BYOL, sir? It's nothing but by your own license. So if you choose the other services, if you choose the other instances, then what is the difference between BYOL and these are? If you choose other instance types, then you will be charged for whatever the database that you are running. That means that database license also charged under these. But here under BYOL, you do not have that additional charge. Whatever the database that you are having license, that you can align with the with here, so that your charge for that will be decreased under BYOL. So let's see one by one in depth. So let's see first, what are the type of instances that I can able to launch? What are the type of engines that I can able to launch by using each and every instance type? So by using each and every option, let's see what are the type of engines that I can able to use on that option. So for on-demand instances, you can use it for all instance, all engines. You can use it for all engines. That means whatever the 6 engines that we have, we can able to use those 6 engines. For all those 6 engines, we can able to create this instance type as on demand. That means we can able to choose or purchase option for the instance as on demand. So coming to reserved, so this under this reserved also you can able to choose all engines. That is all the 6 engines that you have. For those all 6 engines, you can have ability to choose your purchase option as this reserved instance. So coming to serverless. So what type of engine does this serverless option supports me, sir? This serverless option supports you only for Aurora. So only for Aurora. Only for Aurora. The serverless engine supports you. The serverless instance purchasing option is available. Since AWS provided this, who provided this Aurora? AWS, you can see here. So that's why they provided this serverless option only for Aurora. Now, under BYOD, you can use this BYOD, that is bring your own license for only Oracle. It supports only for Oracle database engine. So I hope you understood what type of instances purchase options that you can choose for what engine. So for all engines, for on-demand, you can use for all engines. You can able to purchase this reserved instance option for all engines. Whereas if you want to purchase serverless option, then that is available for only Aurora engine only. If you want to use BYOL, bring your own license, then you can able to launch only Oracle database instance. If you take any instance purchase option, but you will be charged only for hour based. So you will be charged per hour based. So based on per hour, how much time you, in terms of hours, you will be charged. So how many hours do you run your compute service? How many hours do you run your compute service? Based on that, you will be charged in these instance types. So it will, how any purchase option will charge you, they will charge you per hour. So let's see, when do you use what type of instance type? That is, let's say I want to use on demand. When do I use this, sir? If you want to launch database, RDS database instance immediately, or else if you want to launch RDS database instance within minutes, then you can choose this on demand type. Then only you can choose this on demand purchase option. If you choose this purchase option, then you can able to use how much duration you want. That much duration you can able to use, and then after that, you, if you don't want, then you can stop it. So coming to this on demand instance, how the purchasing will be? Your database type, your database instance type will charge you per what? Will charge you per hour based. The price will be charged per hour based for this on demand instance type. So you can able to, it will charge for 10 minutes charge. That is minimum of at least 10 minutes charge. If you modify your database instance or create your database instance, whatever you may do, it will charge for minimum of 10 minutes. Under this, on-demand instances, you will be charged minimum of 10 minutes. If you create or modify, or else even if your database is terminated or altered, you will be charged against 10 minutes. So this is how the charge will be for on-demand instances. If you choose on-demand instances, this is how the charge will be. And again, one more thing, it is applicable to who? All engines. Whatever the database engine you choose, for all those, the charge will be applicable. So based on the engine that you choose also, your charge may vary. Even per region also your charge may vary. So let's see under reserved instances. So when do you use these reserved instances? If you want a discount, if you are expecting a discount, that is 75% in purchase compared to on demand. So if you want 75% of discount, then you choose this reserved instances. When do you choose this reserved instances? If you are expecting some discount. Why AWS provides you a discount, sir? Because here you need to commit. You need to commit for a set criteria and set period of time. A set criteria and set period of time. So what does this mean? What does this mean, sir? Set period of time indicates you need to commit for certain set period of time. That is, either you want for 1 year commitment, or you want for 3 years commitment, that you need to provide here. You want your compute instance, that is nothing but, what do you use the compute instance here? RDS DB instance. We want that RDS DB instance for how much commitment of time? 1 year or 3 years. That we need to tell. Based on certain set criteria, we need to provide this commitment for this. After that, this AWS provides you discount in 3 ways. So based on your purchase option, payment option, AWS will provide you discount. So based on payment option, discounts will be like this. If you want to pay full payment, that is full upfront, for whole 3 years, whatever the set period of time that you specified, for that period of time, if you pay the full upfront, then based on your region, you got some discount. I see for Indian region, that is 31%, up to 31%, this full upfront payment will give you a discount. Let's say I don't want to pay full amount, I just want to pay half amount as upfront. Upfront means at starting only you'll pay. So I want to pay upfront, that is half amount, that is nothing but partial upfront. So if you choose this partial upfront, then you got a discount of 30% of your whole amount. So if you don't want any upfront, but you put some set period of time and set criteria, then what happens is that comes under no upfront payment. So for this also, AWS provides you a discount of 25%. So like this, based on, if you choose the reserved instance type, then you need to provide set criteria and set period for your configuration. And based on that, and based on the payment option, you got a discounts. For full upfront, you got 31% discount. For partial upfront, you got 30%. And for no upfront, you got 25%. This is specific to region. So based on region, it may change. So you must need to check for your region before you are using this. So let's move on to next one. That is serverless. So for serverless, no, let's take one more thing, that is in the reserved instances, how you will be charged. Is here also you will be charged per hour only. So instance type, based on your instance type that you choose, based on that, per hour charge will be mounted to you. Per hour charge will be mounted on you. If we see cost on the serverless, then here you will be charged for ACU. For what? ACUs you will be charged. So what does this ACU stands for? ACU stands for Aurora Capacity Unit. What is that? Aurora Capacity Unit. For Aurora Capacity Unit, you will be charged here. So what does this unit will contain, sir? This Aurora capacity unit contains some memory, right? Of course, memory is required. That is, let's say that is 2 GB. Up to 2 GB it contain. And it also contain associated CPU, right? Yes. It also contain associated CPU. For this compute service, associated CPU will be there. For that CPU, you will be charged. And networking is there, right? Yes. Networking also required for me. So for all these things, you will be charged under the serverless. So under the serverless, for what you will be charged? You will be charged for ACUs. So based on this ACUs, you will be charged. Aurora capacity units, you will be charged. So how you will be charged? Per minutes or per hours or per days? You will be charged for ACUs is charged per hourly charge. Aurora capacity units is hourly charge. Here also you are hourly charged only. So if you choose on demand or reserved, you will be charged for what? For your instance type, hourly charge. Whereas under serverless, you will be charged for Aurora capacity unit, hourly based only here also. What is ACU? Aurora capacity unit. Okay. Let's move on to the last type, that is BYOL. So what does this BYOL stands for, sir? Bring your own license. So what does this BYOL stands for? Bring your own license. So what does this bring your own license, sir? So how it is different from other on demand or reserved or serverless? So this will differ from other based on the instance, based on the license. So in the other, till now what we have seen, there we will be charged with our instance type plus whatever the license that is provided for us. Whatever the database license that is provided for us, that charge also combinedly provided in till now what we have learned compute instance type purchase options. But here BYOL, bring your own license. You will bring your own license. So that's why you will be not charged for your license. You will be charged only for compute. So here, if you use BYOL, bring your own license, you can able to use what? You can able to use RDS with one of your existing licenses, that is already pre-existing licenses what we have, that you can use. So you can use already existing licenses that you have, that you already own in your instance, in your database instance, RDS database instance, you can able to use. So here you can able to use your one of the pre-existing license with RDS database instance. For example, if you take this supports only for Oracle, you can use any existing version of Oracle. Oracle software you can able to use for this any Oracle license. And here you also need to take care of providing current and updated software license. So you need to provide current and updated software license. So then only you can able to use that database, right? So that's why you need to provide an updated and current license that you are using for your company, that you can able to provide and reduce the cost which was imported by the databases at here. So here, how you will be charged? So in similar to on-demand and reserve type and serverless, you will be charged here also per hourly based, charged per hour. But here you charge for instance type. Here also you will be charged for instance type. On-demand also you will be charged for instance type. So coming to serverless also, you will be charged for Aurora compute unit. This is also instance type, you can say. This is a instance type, acts like an instance type for your serverless compute service. So under BYOL also, under BYOL, that is bring your own license also, you have on-demand type and reserve type. So based on your preference, you can choose any one of the thing. And one more thing is here in all engines, here in all engines, so based on your engine preference also, you will be charged. That is, if you choose Aurora, Aurora having two compatibilities. Aurora with SQL compatibility is there, and Post Aurora with Postgres SQL compatibility also there. So based on your preference, you will be charged. Under serverless, based on whatever you choose, Aurora with SQL compatibility or Aurora with Postgres SQL compatibility, based on your requirement, this will be charged. Under Oracle also, it supports you two editions. That is software edition, standard edition 1 and standard edition 2. So based on your requirement and preference, you will be charged for whatever the edition that you choose under Oracle. So coming to whatever the left instance types we have MS SQL, or we can say SQL Server. It also contains some supported editions. So what are the supported editions for MS SQL or SQL Server? Under MS SQL or SQL Server edition also, you have these many editions. Standard edition you have, web edition you have, express edition you have, and enterprise edition you have. So based on your preference of engine, you will be charged for that requirement. So this is about instance, RDS instance purchase options. So coming to storage. So coming to storage, let's see how the cost that would be mounted on us for this storage. For this storage, let's see how the cost will be mounted for us. So for Aurora, a shared cluster architecture will be there for us. So for this, we will be charged. Your data is stored in where? Here, our data is stored under clusters. So here, we will be charged for GB per month. So what are the GB we have? How much amount of GB that you store? Per GB per month, we will be charged. Per GB per month, we will be charged here. And whatever the storage that we use, for that also we will be charged. And number of input output requests, that is number of IOPS that we made, number of IOPS that we have made for our database, that is nothing but for our Aurora, for our storage, we will be charged for that. So for Aurora, we will be charged per month, per GB, per each GB of storage will be charged. And in addition to that, we will be charged for number of IOPS, input outputs for my storage performed, number of requests that I made. For that, IOPS request, how many requests that I made, for that will be charged. So let's see another storage type. That is what? EBS. So under EBS, we have how many types? we have three types. So here for this, we use all the engines except Aurora. For Aurora, we will be charged for storage and number of IOPS. For this, all the other engines except Aurora, we will use the EBS. Under EBS, we have three types of storage types. So let's see how we will be charged. How much amount we will be charged if you use anything. If you choose this magnetic storage, you will be charged. You will be, if you compare these three, then under the magnetic storage, you will be charged per $1 only. So compared to standard storage costs you $2. If standard storage costs you $2, then the general purpose will provisioned IOPS will charge you $3, and this magnetic storage will charge you only $1. So this is just a comparison based on the storage types. Why? Because under general purpose, we do not have chance to provide IOPS rate. So here we will be charged $2. So why in provisioned IOPS we charged $3? Because here we can even have eligibility to provide number of IOPS. Whereas why magnetic storage have less charge compared to other two? Because here we don't even access our data much more time. That's why here our cost is very less. So coming to standard storage, our cost will happen due to storage, only storage. It does not consider input outputs. Only for storage you will be charged here. So coming to provisioned IOPS, for what are the things you will be charged? You will be charged for storage plus input outputs, IOPS. You will be charged for storage and IOPS. So based on you selected IOPS, you will be charged here. And for storage, you will be charged here. And based on the selected IOPS, you will be charged here. So if you see under magnetic storage, you will be charged for whatever the storage that you made. For the storage, you will be charged less compared to other two types, but you will be charged more for IOPS rate. So what does this IOPS rate, sir? This IOPS rate is nothing but, so how much amount of, how many times you will request for data. So for what rate you need input outputs per second. So based on that, you will be charged under magnetic IOPS. So general purpose will cost you only for storage. Provision IOPS will cost you for storage and IOPS that you provision, and magnetic storage will cost you for storage and the number of requests you made for this storage to retrieve the data. So like this, you will be charged under storage, and like this you will be charged under instance types, purchase options. So I hope you understood both the things. So let's see what are the other charges which are imposed on us. Whenever we are using this, what are the other charges we are imposed on us? So let's say you are using free tier. For normal tier, that is a standard, or else provision. You have under production types, you have seen three types, right? Production environment is there, and while creating, you have seen production environment is there, development or test environment is there, and you have free tier environment is also there, right? So if you select product or development or test environment, you won't be charged for backups. So no charge for backups at the time. So let's say you selected free tier, then this will cost you any charge? Of course. If you select free tier and you created backups, so you will be charged GBs per month. For this particular free tier, you will be charged for backups. So whatever the backups that you took for this free tier, you will be charged. So, and one more thing. So while creating your backup, you just tick mark, right? Yes. So then you have an option called retention period. Retention period. So based on this retention period, you will say how much or how long duration you will store your backups. So for this also you will be charged. For this also you will be charged. So the current charge plus amount of storage required for the backups plus the charge imposed due to the retention period. So for all these things, you will be charged under free tier. If you choose free tier, for backups, you will be charged. So coming to let's say you have some issues happen in your system. So in order to have access logs on that DB instance, RDS DB instance, you have an option called logs. So you have an option called backtrack. So while creating, you have seen some logs. You just click on that so that they will be enabled. So for those, if you click on those logs, that means if you store those logs for certain days, then you will also be charged for those logs. So per hour you will be cost for those logs as well. So per hour you will be charged per 1 million of charge change records. So based on the log records that you maintain, you will be charged per hour cost. So if you store if you store 1 million of change records, you will be charged per hour cost. Per hour cost, per million of change records, you will be charged. So what are backups, sir? Backups are nothing but snapshots that you create for your database, for your RDS database, that you create snapshots for backups. Actually, where those snapshots will be stored? Those snapshots will be stored under S3 storage, right? So under S3 storage, your snapshots will be stored. So can I pay? Can I pay for my snapshots, right? Yes. So since they stored under S3, we need to pay for that. So let's say I want to analyze my data. So whatever the data I'm having under the database, I want to query that data with less cost. So that's why I just moved my data to S3. All my database data I just moved to S3. So how can we query this S3 by using SQL queries? So I want to perform SQL query on whatever the data which is present under S3. Then by using which service you will provide this query? By using Amazon Athena. Amazon Athena. By using this Amazon Athena, you can provide SQL query on whatever the storage that you stored under S3. So for this, you need to move your data. First do this query. You first need to store your data in S3, right? Yes. So for that, you need to move your data from RDS to S3, right? Yes. So for that exporting, you will be charged. For that exporting cost, you will be maintained. You'll need to maintain that exporting cost as well. So based on region, the cost may changes. While creating your RDS instance, you have also seen an option that is encryption. What is that? Encryption. We just need to enable that encryption so that our data will be encrypted at rest, right? Yes. Or else in transit also it will be encrypted. So based on how this encryption happens, based on another service, that is KMS service keys only, right? So based on KMS keys that we selected, this encryption will be worked. So based on the selected key your encryption cost will be imported to you. If you store your data under S3, then does that S3 storage charge also will be provided to you? Yes. You need to provide storage charge as well. So you are accessing your data quickly. For quick requests, you need to pay some charge for that also. So these are the major charges you need to pay. So whenever you are moving your data out from RDS to internet, then RDS to internet, you will be charged. Whenever moving your data from RDS to internet, you will be charged. And within same or different VPCs, if you move your data between EC2 and RDS instance, within same or different VPCs, if you move data between EC2 instance and RDS instances, then you will be charged. So you will be charged for these two things. That is RDS to internet. If you move any data, then you will be charged. And if you move your data within same region or different within same VPC or different VPC between EC2 and RDS DB instance, EC2 instance and RDS DB instance, then you will be charged for data movement, for data transfer. For data transfer, for these two things you will be charged. So these are the major scenarios or major things that you need to remember regarding cost perspective. For instance types, you will be charged based on your preference. So you have these many options available. And for storage type, you will be charged under like this. Since based on your storage usage, you will be charged like this. So, and the other charges also you have seen. And for data transfer, what are the max charges which are possible that you have seen? And for backups, backtrack is nothing but for logs that you store for backtrack. So these logs will provide you what are the previous steps that you done, right? Previous steps that you done. Those records will be provided by using these backtrack logs. For how much hours that you store these backtrack logs, so for that much hours you will be charged. So while creating, you have seen all these things. So I hope you understood what are the ways that you will be charged in this RDS. So I hope this video is contentful to you and you understood what are the ways that you will be charged under RDS. I hope this video is understanding to you. If you feel this video is contentful, then please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. See you back in the next video. Until then, bye bye guys.